Thank you, Zuriel, for that wonderful documentary. My name is Chika Bandobi from Sun newspaper. I'm happy to be here, and I think I'm a lucky person. I want to ask some questions. This documentary we just watched was supposed to be your school project. Yeah. My first question: are you still in school? Your school in session now? Are you on holiday? Okay. Then your name Zuriel is a Hebrew name. I understand. Well, I don't know why your friend didn't give you a Yoruba name. Or do you have one?
Yes, I do have one. Aribusala.
Aribusala. Okay. Aribusala. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, and then another question is, I wonder why you're not able to interview President Jonathan.
Yeah.
Did you make any effort? Who was that?
I did try, but I guess he was busy because...
Protocol?
Huh?
Protocols?
Excuse me, what protocol?
Was it not the protocols?
I understood your question.
Getting access to the president.
Okay. Okay, so you tried.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I guess he was busy doing things for Nigeria.
Hi everyone. I must commend you because for a 10-year-old, that documentary was really rich. And I would like to use this opportunity to say to my classmates that it should be a learning point for all of us to build our documentaries like that. It was really nice and I appreciate it. I hope you would one day do one for Nigeria.
Hello, Zuriel. I wanted to ask, do you ever get time to play? At 10 years old.
Occasionally. But I'm not focused on my work.
Good morning, everybody. My question is, I don't know how long you've been in Nigeria. I know you said it's not your first time here. So I'm wondering, have you taken the time to look at how the girl child is represented or projected here in Nigeria? And are you making any effort towards the documentary or some kind of awareness as to putting more power into the girl child compared to the boy child in Nigeria? Do you understand the question? Alright, in Nigeria, the girl child is not exactly given enough attention or enough power compared to the male child. So I'm wondering, as a little girl of 10 years old, what effort are you going to make with the power you have and with the spotlight on you to project the girl child, not just in Nigeria, but also in Africa, maybe using a documentary or some kind of awareness? What plans do you have to project the girl child?
Well, for the awareness of the girl child, I like to do documentary. I like to documentary featuring Nigeria and maybe Mauritius as well. And afterwards I'll find out the best I can, maybe I'll interview some young girls and see how life has been for them.
At what time did you identify the talent? And what time also did you begin to encourage her?
When she were identified, probably at age two, it started with music, and we thought it was a musical thing, but rather it was more an artistic thing. She could relate to things, where most 2-year-olds could not. And as a 2-year-old, what do you see? Just playing things. And by age 3, she was building things with her hands. She was just kind of engineering, just create things that we in our 30s were like, how did she do that? And she would just build it. And about age 4, she was getting to be demanding, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. And that's when we noticed, hey, there's something in this child. She's very tuned to language. For instance, she speaks Mandarin, so as a Chinese speaks Mandarin. So she's very tuned into foreign things as well. So I think very early on we noticed that, but as most parents, you just think she's too busy or she doesn't know the question because we're busy as well. And so the challenge to parents is when your child wants to do something, don't think that they're demanding. Just find out what it is. Try to tune in. Let me add this. This documentary was written by Zuriel. It was produced by Zuriel. It was directed by Zuriel. It was shot by Zuriel. And it was edited by Zuriel. Literally, she did everything. All I'm doing here is I'm just standing in that hall. She did all the work. Because of the rules of the school is no one can help her. She has to write, she has to shoot, she has to edit, she has to ask. So all the shots you saw, she asked the president questions, she has to do her own script, set up the camera, take it down, play it back, cut it, edit, speak. I learned about movies by watching her do documentaries. I did. So, but I gotta give all the credit to my wife. You know, I watched her yell at Zuriel. I watched her encourage Zuriel. I watched her congratulate Zuriel. I watched her push Zuriel. All I did was watch. Just like today, I'm just watching.
First and foremost, I would just say, I think, you know, it's the grace of God in our family's life. You know, as a mother, sometimes you just look at your child. I think all children have a potential for greatness. I really do believe that. And as parents, it's our duty and our obligation to do the best we can for them and give them and afford them every opportunity in life. You know, she is very gifted. We did notice kind of at a young age, but you know, for our part, we do have to play our part as well and sort of encourage. I mean, my husband said yelling. Yeah, probably I do yell, but it's to encourage her, and you know, you can kind of see the results there. But you know, I do believe all children have the ability for greatness as well, and I think we do have to encourage them. And you know, it's a great question that sorry, I forgot your name. Asked earlier about, you know, mentioned about girls. We especially have to encourage girls, I think. You know, they have potential for greatness. All girls have potential for greatness. So, and of course my son does too, by the way, as you can see. Yes, okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I come to your question. My sister has some.
Well, I'm very honored that my sister gets this wonderful opportunity to give speeches to people. I just want to be honored that she gets very well opportunities, and I'm following her footsteps.
Yes, Zuriel, just to commend you for all that you have done and all that you continue to do. Even as I want to ask this question, I don't know whether it's too heavy on you, considering your age. But I also know that based on your documentary, you've done a lot of things, including some things you've done here in Africa. But I want to ask you, do you still, what greatest fear do you have for Africa? That is, if you have any fears for Africa.
That there are still a lot of negative comments about Africa in the news, and there's still some poverty and famine in Africa in various parts. I think I'll say that's what bothers me most.
I want to ask you, so far with your career, have you ever faced any challenges? If so, would you highlight them, and how has those challenges helped you move forward?
Challenges in the documentary? Or?
No, your career so far, speaking of everything you're doing generally.
The only challenge is trying to get over here about speaking for a lot of people. Pretty much, that's the big challenge I face.
Zuriel, good morning. This is a little bit of an impartial observation, or a partial observation rather. We're family friends. We've known Zuriel since she was about 4. And to the question that somebody asked earlier, does Zuriel play? Yes, she certainly does play, we know that. Usually when she's around the house, we're asking her questions with regards to, would you like some more ice cream? Would you like to go outside and play? From now on, it's going to be asking you questions about your work. I'm very, very, very impressed. Yeah.